I always go to evening surgery, so I came before I came here. Always go to evening surgery, the hands are warm by then, you know? And he said to me, Mr. Meek, he said, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you a new kind of medication. Hasn't been tried before. It's Prozac crossed with Viagra. I said, well, what will that do for me, Dr. Crippen? I said, yeah, exactly. And he said, well, he said, you'll get a but you won't give a There we are. I wish I were a folk singer, you know. I really do wish I were a folk singer. I wouldn't have to sit here doing this rubbish about that. You know, if I were a folk singer, you know, I could do things like, relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to... Never mind. But I'm not a folk singer. I'm a sort of poet. You know, and I just sit here, you know what I mean, hoping that Jon Airdrie won't hit me over the head with his wallet. There we are, you can clap that, come on. You can clap that, there we are. I missed a month without a joke about Jon Airdrie's wallet. It doesn't work. Well, I'm going to read 3 poems tonight, alright? The first one was written last week, so it's fairly newly cooked. It's called In a Churchyard. I love cheerful titles. In a churchyard. Ivy on the cross, on stones lichen congregates, hymns a departed breath. There are no words, there are no sudden happenings, not even the sharpness of rain. And where have they laid him? Fronds on a draggled pathway raise no answer to the skies. Second one, which is again quite short, is based on a Cornish folk myth. And I'm not really sure about the content of this, but one aspect of it struck me, that some young women were warned not to go dancing on the Sabbath down in Cornwall. And they disregarded the warning. And as a result, they returned to stone. It's called Like Eagles. Like eagles. The distance between the trees is a tortured, aching breath. Will it be the last? The warnings, the portents have all been spoken, and this may be their summation. Air over leaves and sward imagines a sudden stoniness, and over the dancing circle the clouds, like eagles, loom. In 2 minds. Now this is a cheerful poem, really. I can hear you thinking that. Some of you may have seen a brilliant film a few years ago. It's called Family Life. It's directed by Ken Loach. And Ken Loach, being Ken Loach, did a brilliant film called Cass, which a lot of us have seen. And of course it got him into Hollywood. And Ken Loach decided that he was going to do very, very well. So he put all his money into the next film, a film about mental illness. And the point is that he thought the film was going to do very well, and it didn't. It's a brilliant film, but it's now used to train people who are training in mental health. The film is about someone, it's played by someone called Sandy, the main character is played by someone called Sandy Ratcliffe. Sandy Ratcliffe later appeared in, and I'm sorry to say the word EastEnders, but she did. She played a character in the early days, and later went through a lot of hell herself. The film was made in 1971, and it's a very incisive film. And one of the persons interesting me in terms of psychology is a guy called Abertillery. He was Scottish. A lot of people have heard of him. He was big in the 60s, and he believed that mental illness was positive, and the states of consciousness that you got were valuable. He wrote poetry, and he made a rock album called Life Before Death, but his psychology is actually quite interesting. So this poem is a little bit about that. He specialized in schizophrenia. There we are. Yep. So, everyone happy? Yep. I've got very good hearing. I can hear someone saying, "We's crap." I can hear that, you see? Julian's got very good hearing. Very good hearing. It's called In Two Minds. The more I think of this, without saying what this is, the more it hurts. The more I feel it happening. The more I hear your voice, the more I hear your thoughts, it distracts me. Sun on deserted streets makes its own meditation. The sound of an encroaching gong holds even this heat haze frozen. No contradiction there, and no uncertainty either. The mind retreads its circle. Two voices tell a story. One singing, the other silent. Memories and motifs fluctuate until the difference between them disappears. What an interchange this is. Intersections all occurring, song and not even silence, despair and not even dementia, in the corner of a darkened studio, all hope gone. But for this, two voices, and one not even a voice. The only way, the only means of moving. The more I hear it, the more I think it. The more I think your thoughts think you, the more I feel afraid, not knowing why or how. Take me on your voyage. Let me reverberate in your nothingness. Let me be your mirror, witness to the night wound healing, for I know you are there. And if I chose, you could lift me from the mire, all those who lie waiting in the night ward for the shock of it, the current carelessly calibrated, the mask pressed perfunctory to faces, and the hands clasping. Let me be your bearer, as in the depths of brains the cells die back, and let me be your memory. The more I think it. The more I think, two voices oppose each other and it hurts more. Sound sighing, notes repeating always in a circular motion, the quadrangle we walk at night. Though looking outward at it, and unable to move or breathe, the more I think it, the more I think it, the more it is you, the more words ceaselessly repeating, songs not even silences, as elsewhere we walk as others. Thank you very much.